Guys, who's been watching the World Cup here in America? I've purchased 15k worth of World Cup balls. And I know you guys are probably not recognizing them. Listen, they're not the current World Cup balls, they're from previous years, and there's a reason behind it. So guys, even though the World Cup balls currently right now are used with advanced technology, they've got sensors inside of them, wires, they remember all the passes and all the dribbles, they're only worth around $160. These balls right here are $500 all the way up until $2,500, $3,000, depending on how rare they are. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of Jabulanis. Like the Torfa is a type of Jabulani, and this is the original classic Jabulani. Now here we've also got Euro passes, and we've also got a team guest. Before I dive deep into each ball, I'm going to explain to you guys why I have so many pools. So for the people that follow me, you know I play foot golf, right? And in foot golf, majority of the players, they do use either Jabulanis, team guys, or Euro passes. They tend to be slightly lighter. Golf, it works. It gets a lot of distance, and they're light balls again. As I said, these balls are pricey, guys. The reason these balls are so pricey is because they're so old. Supply and demand. There's not enough of them to go around. And you know, they were made from 2006 to 2010. From the World Cup, the Euro, and then the following World Cup. You know, you gotta be careful when you're buying these types of balls because there's a lot of fakes out there. In fact, my boy Yarden, my Jewish friend, he wanted to save some bucks, man. He wanted to save some bucks, you know, typical. And so he went on eBay, right? And I told him, I was like, my bro, don't buy it, it's most likely gonna be fake. He said that eBay was gonna cover him no matter what, and they did, fair play to him. And he ordered a Jabulani for like $250, $300, whatever it was. And guys, yes, it came fake. So be careful buying these balls. And my personal favorite place to buy them is Facebook. Because on Facebook, there's a big community of foot golfers. Everyone knows each other and you can ask for recommendations. Anyway, time to go into each ball. Now let's start off with the classic. 2010 World Cup in South Africa. This was the ball that was used. And you know, it caused a lot of mayhem. A lot of players liked it, a lot of players didn't like it. Me, I think this is my favorite ball for foot golf. Not the classic one, but in general, Jabulanis for me work best. I've got a few Jabulanis, got some in the box. In the box, they can go between $500 to $700, just the classic whites. So there's 3 classics I have here, plus the one I originally used. So we have 4 Jabulanis. Just there, $2,000. Minimum. Next up, we have the Jabulani that they used in the MLS for that year. I love the colors on this one. No rare ball, the green and the blue. And of course, me living in America, I'm definitely gonna keep this ball for a long time. The MLS Jabulani. That one goes for around a rack. Okay, next up we have one of my favorite looking balls. In fact, this ball, I'm keeping it for special times. What a beauty this ball is. Look at the colors. The orange, the yellow, the red. And this ball was used in the African Cup Nations, and they call it the Angola. So you know, this is my favorite looking ball. Very expensive. I believe I bought this one for around $1,300, $1,400. This one just over a rack. But yeah, this one's extremely rare. One of my favorite balls. I've had crazy offers on this one, but I will not sell. Let's go. Okay, next up we do have the 2 Torfas. These are my go-to balls. These are the ones I play my tournaments with. I play with them because not many people have Torfas. Plus, you guys know I love my Germans as well. And these were used in the Bundesliga. Personally, I don't know if it's the luck. For me, I love the way they roll, the feel to them. These are my 2 favorite balls to play tournaments in. And yeah, whenever I've actually won tournaments or come top 3, which I believe it's been around 5 times now, only 1 win. It's been with my Torfa, so these mean a lot to me. These, absolutely not for sale. This one here, this is called a Jabulani, and this one's pretty I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Look, it's in really bad condition. I don't really play with it. I'll probably give it away or maybe sell it for cheap. As you can see here, it's got a little bit of damage. When you get these ones fresh, they probably go for close to a rack. These were used for the final of the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Okay, what a special ball we have here. As you guys can see, another jab, but this one's silver. Looks like almost like metallic. I believe this one was used in the MLS, maybe for a final or something. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. especially my Americans. This one, I reckon you could get around 1,500 to 2 racks for this one, realistically. This one was a gift. Thank you, Uncle Costas. This is called the Power Orange. So as you can see, these orange balls here were used for different tournaments, but they were kept just in case there was going to be snow. Obviously in South Africa, realistically, there was never going to be snow, so these balls were never used. But this is called the Power Orange. Orange with the blue, beautiful ball, worth probably close to $2,500, and it was a gift to me from Uncle. From rare ball to rare ball to rare ball. Look at this beauty right here. This one was used in Japan, from my understanding. And it's a type of Jabulani as well. Look at it, what a beautiful ball. Let me tell you guys a story. When I wanted to get this ball originally, I ended up buying this ball by accident. And you know, got excited, calm, I showed my teammates, and they were like, nah bro, that's not the ball, man. But this is the one I originally wanted to get. This ball, again, around $1,500, I'd say. An absolute beauty. Yeah, one I'll be probably keeping for life, this one for sure. I do have a few balls that I don't play foot golf with actually. Champions League one as well. When I first got into foot golf, I went out there thinking I knew it all, and I bought this ball for $150 thinking I'm saving money, because as I've told you guys, Jabulanis, they're like $500 and all the way up to 2-3 racks. So yeah, I bought this one for $150, but I'm just gonna play with it. Soccer, normal football, because in foot golf this is no good, way too heavy. We only have 2 different types of Jabulanis left. These are used in the Euros. These were used in the Euros in case they snowed again. Obviously, you guys know with orange balls, they don't get used unless there's, you know, weather conditions where they can't see the ball. Europa League, it was used for the UEFA Cup. These are probably worth, I would say, close to 1,200 each. Damn, we should have done this one first, because, you know, we say ladies first, but we've left the ladies ball till last, I guess. But this is called a speed cell, guys. People actually believe the speed cell is even lighter than the Jabulani and rolls even more. For me, I like using this ball when it's not windy, but when there's slight bit of wind, I'd rather use the classic or the Torfa. But these are beautiful balls. Here you can see the turquoise with the lime green, and it was used in the 2011 Women's World Cup in Germany, guys. And this one goes for around, again, around a rack, I would say. That's all the Jabulanis, and what we've got left right now is a Team Geist and a Euro Pass. And it's actually crazy because these balls were made even before the Jabulani. In fact, this one was made in 2006 for the World Cup in Germany. You know, beautiful balls. Here we have a gold one, and here we have a white classic. These balls were beautiful. I do like playing foot golf with them. I prefer them to the Euro Passes, but I don't prefer them to the Jabulani. Euro Pass, I believe, was made for the 2008 Euros, which was in Switzerland and Austria. A lot of European players like playing with this ball. I don't mind it, it's not a bad ball, but definitely not one of my personal favorites. Not one that I would get in the future. Me, I just prefer my jabs. So the Euro Pass, it is. Now that's my ball collection, guys. My favorite goal with each ball, with the Euro Pass, there weren't too many great goals, but my favorite goal was the last goal in the final. Fernando Torres, 33rd minute, chip over the goalkeeper. Now, with the team, guys, my favorite goal was the Maxi Rodriguez goal for Argentina against Mexico. And look, there was a close runner-up. The Frings goal by the German, unbelievable too. But Maxi Rodriguez against Mexico for Argentina, next level. And finally, the Jabulani. And my favorite goal of the Jabulani was by Van Bronckhorst for Holland, obviously. That left foot strike, the way the ball moved was unreal. And guys, those are my favorite goals from those 3 tournaments. Who's been watching the World Cup here in America? It's been an epic one. You know, a few upsets, a few of the strong teams looking good. I'm super excited. Who's your money on? Let me know in the comment section. And my favorite 2 goals of this current World Cup, one of them, Mbappe, you know, that strike from the other day. It was a little bit in the middle of the goal, but the way he hit it, you know, it was kind of unstoppable. And then, even better than that, his name, Yassin Asari. And that strike was unreal. But I'm sure we're gonna see many more bangers. Some of the great teams not looking too good. Spain drawing, 0-0. Brazil not looking too great. Portugal off to a win. France off with a win. Argentina, Messi coming in hot. Who are your picks? However, guys, I know you guys are probably thinking I'm a traitor. Listen, it's England and America all day. England can do it. I think, you know, we can definitely go to win the World Cup this year. America, it's a big, big ask. Probably got to go through Iran first before we think about any World Cup. Now, my favorite tournaments ever were a long time ago. I can't lie, guys. In fact, you guys remember 2002. Well, some of you young guys don't remember from there, but let me tell you, 2002 was next levels in South Korea and Japan, Brazil. You remember that Brazilian team? Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, Lucio, Cafu. That team was next levels. In fact, that's the best international team I think I'm ever gonna see. That team would have absolutely obliterated the current French team. Even better than the World Cup in 2002, where Germany were beaten by Brazil in the final 2-0. My favorite tournament ever, and you guys gotta guess this one, right? 2004 Euros, Greece winning the Euros. That was insane. All Greeks across the world could not believe that happened. In fact, I would say that was even more of a surprise and more of a shock than Leicester winning the Premier League. Now, that tournament, we beat Portugal, which actually was hosted in Portugal. We beat them twice. We beat them in the opening game and we beat them in the final. And that's actually the first time in European history that's ever happened. And we beat France in that tournament. We beat Czech Republic. We drew against Spain. In fact, we only lost one match. It was to our brothers, the Christian Orthodox. It was Russia. And that was my favorite international tournament ever. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video talking about my $15,000 World Cup balls. You know, a variety of different ones. Like, subscribe the video, and a quick fun fact before you guys go. The ball that we're using currently for this World Cup 2026 here in America is called the Trionda. Now it's called the Trionda because it is based off 3 waves. In fact, in Spanish, that's what it means, 3 waves. And it's meant to represent Canada, America, and Mexico. So guys, stay tuned. Loads of videos coming from me. Like and subscribe. Until next time, let's go.